Federal prosecutors announced the arrest of more than 30 people in connection to two gambling investigations. If you're seeing the video and see me talking and see the people in the picture next to me, in the center is Kash Patel wearing his FBI jacket where everyone else is wearing suits and ties. We'll move off the tough guy thing, but announcing this big get this morning that turned into a very bigger story all day long as more pieces were unpeeled. The two people to the sides on the left is Terry Rozier. He is a basketball player currently on the Miami Heat, a guard from there. On the right, Portland Trail Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups, the Hall of Fame basketball player in his own right. And these two people tied into two probes for two separate actual actions. One probe targeting insider sports betting schemes, that would be Rozier. The second probe risking lots of money on high-stakes poker games that are tied to organized crime families. That would be Billups on his side there. Both men were taken into custody today, and they face conspiracy charges with the 28 other people as well. The cases are centered around the Eastern District of New York and allege years of fraud, money laundering, and imitation. Now, these are two separate things that are tied in together into one big sort of get at the same time, mostly because organized crime is involved. Prosecutors allege that Rozier provided non-public player information and manipulated game performance to influence some prop bets. Basically, he would take a seat when he was running hot to bring the numbers down and get the lower for what's going on in the over-under, or tell other people about things like people being hurt, people not expected to play, some personnel changes, things that may change how you would bet on your daily or your prop bets inside your apps. Separate but related, Billups and others are accused of using technology to fix poker games with the backing of Los Costa Nostra, groups that include some of the five families, Bonino, the Gambino, and the Genovese families. And what they used was essentially marked cards and glasses that had things on them and shuffling machines that would count cards to help take out whales, bringing in big people, big cash, but helping them to lose a lot to defend these fixed games. Officials say the combined schemes generated millions in illicit gains. Defendants are scheduled to emit their court appearances soon to see what the charges are. These indictments outline counts including wire fraud and money laundering conspiracies. DOJ is describing tech-assisted cheating devices in poker rooms and encrypted communications around sports bets. While prosecutors are framing the conduct as a major integrity breach, all defendants are presumed innocent to proven guilty. That's what we still have here. So courts will have to test the government's evidence and the scope of each defendant's role in the cases they've been picked up on. The NBA went quickly as we're just 1 day, maybe 2 days into the season right now. Billups and Rozier are now on leave immediately, effectively till something is said, and the league is cooperating with the law enforcement to make this go away soon, they hope. ESPN and other outlets report both arrests occurred Thursday, today. Teams beginning the contingency planning on how to go through forward. For the Heat, that means they got to pick up an extra player to take that spot. For the Trailblazers, assistant coach gets a shot to run the team for a while unless they're going to just drop him automatically and hire someone else. The league emphasizes its focus on game integrity following earlier betting scandals. This is not the time to have betting scandals as the league, and basically all sports, is really in bed with all of the apps. Full disclosure, I actually own a good chunk of stock in DraftKings, so they do a lot of promotions for those things and have some affiliate ads in various spots for DraftKings. I also do this disclaimer if you have a gambling problem there as well, but this is an issue where it comes out to gambling in both ends. One, betting on games, which is really, really bad. The other, cheating at poker, which is bad, but oddly enough, not as bad as betting on games. Legalized sports betting has expanded pretty quickly in the last couple of years, so prosecutors and league officials warned that the insider information and tech-enabled cheating can actually undercut public trust. If you think that bet's a bad bet, you're not going to put it into there, and the apps will lose money. Also, if you don't know the bet's a bad bet, you'll put money in there, and you'll lose money off the integrity of the bad information, or good information to bad people. The scale and profile of these cases raise fresh concerns and questions about how athletes access sensitive data. There's also a big thing here because very recently, college players now have the ability, college coaches have the ability to bet on professional games. Still can't bet on your own level, but they're allowing people, because it's recreational, to do more of it. In the meantime, data, compliance, training, and monitoring has become a big deal for all the people who know what's going on inside a facility, who may drop some information. This is bigger than an NBA ref kind of seeing what's going on and then sort of making calls that make things work for or against the team in conjunction with a player on the team. This is someone just basically having a conversation with random guys, just saying things that may just be random stuff, but because they know that people are making money off it, it's not so random. Tighter policies, more audits, potential rule changes could come for teams and sports books to make this thing more legal, because it's not going away, but more legal, if you will. The federal action for this, the swift league suspension, will deter future misconduct and some zero-tolerance efforts for these schemes. However, I've watched a lot of commentaries today, and they're all saying in the leagues where there's 32 teams, 28 of them are cheating. Another 4, you just hadn't quite figured out who's cheating on the teams yet. Someone on those teams are using information for something. They say it's there, it's happening. It may not be as profound as you think. It may not be as one of those things where you look at it and say, maybe this is something up. But basically, everyone has a cheater on the team or a person playing the role on the team going forward. High-profile arrests can actually erode some fan confidence as well, especially for this NBA season being very, very young, like 2 days. So we'll see how this plays out going forward. This is a big get for Kash Patel. It really is. And so give him props for working on this angle. If it's a year's worth of thing and him being in charge for 8 months, not that much props, but, you know, the people working behind the case, them not dropping this case to send those folks to go chase illegals is a good deal. But what we do have here is a lot of trust lost in this one. Chauncey Billups, one of my favorite players of all time, loved it when Detroit was able to pull off that scheme, if you will, winning championships with the team they had on the rosters and just being seemingly good guys. Terry Rozier, newer guy, don't know much about him, not a big Heat fan right now. So if he's actually taking the bench to keep from winning prop bets, that's a bad thing as well. And if the numbers of people who are doing this stuff or allegedly doing this stuff is as bad as it is, that's pretty bad as well.